Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Altcoin Daily with Bitcoin Gorilla. Today, altcoin I'm going to be breaking down is called DENT. By the end of this video, you are going to get the fundamental analysis of what DENT is, what kind of services they offer, and then you will now decide to make a decision if it's going to be a good investment for you in 2022. Right, so currently Dent is trading at 0.003141 cents, of which it has seen a downside of about 4% in the past 24 hours. Now, the current market statistics of Dent includes the fact that Dent's current circulatory supply is around 99.01 billion, right? And the current market cap is around 311 million approximately, of which it has lost about 10%, of which it has lost about 3% to the downside in the last 24 hours. If we look further into the statistics, we see that Dent all-time high, the highest price this token has ever achieved is about 4 years ago, which was at the range of 0.1114 cents. That was around January 2018. Now, Dent obviously has lost about close to 97% of that move to the upside, as it's currently trading at what 0.003 cents range. Now, if we talk about the all-time low, the lowest price this coin has ever seen, I think that was about 2 years ago, around March 2020, when it hit the price of about 0.00007 cents range. Now, with these little statistics about Dent, we are also going to break down, after we understand the fundamental analysis, I'll come back to the price and use simple price action to break down what I am seeing. Now, I do not use indicators in my analysis, so the strategy you're going to see is called the Bitcoin Gorilla Box strategy. It's strictly price action. So if you're into price action, it's easy for you to understand. So first of all, let's understand what Dent is before we go into that breaking down of price. Now, Dent, what is Dent? Dent was launched in 2017, and Dent is a revolutionary digital operator offering eSIM cards eSIM cards. Now, mobile data plans, call minutes, top ups, and even roaming free experience. Now, we're talking about mobile data here. According to the company and the website, Dent employs blockchain technology power to create a global marketplace for mobile data liberalization. That's interesting. Now, Dent has an ambitious roadmap ahead of them, right? With plans to expand its services to new markets by the end of 2021. Now, we are in 2022 and we're going to see what they actually did all through 2021. Now, the company has already attracted more than 25 million mobile device users, and Dent services are available in more than 140 countries already. Enterprise partnership for Dent includes Samsung Blockchain, the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, and Telecom in France. Now, you might ask me, okay, a decentralized mobile data that uses blockchain, but what is so unique? What differentiates it from the regular mobile data that I'm already using, or the normal SIM card I'm using? Well, Dent is a revolutionary player in the market of mobile communications and data services. You see, today around half of the world's population has restricted access to mobile services because of the high price traditional mobile carriers offer. Now, Dent brings in the power of blockchain technology to revolutionize this and provide global access to mobile airtime and data. Now, Dent eliminates the understanding that your mobile data is tied to your location, right? So if you feel like you have slow mobile data, or your mobile data is restricted because you can't access data because of your location, where Dent is changing that. You see, by becoming a digital global data mobile operator, Dent offers plans that suit today's global citizen needs by removing roaming fees and introducing international mobile plan. Everything on the Dent platform is purchased using the Dent token, meaning that all transactions are recorded on the blockchain, and therefore meaning that all transactions are recorded in the blockchain, and therefore there's no chance for a customer to pay for something and not receive it, unless traditional mobile operator, of course, you know how they work. Dent aims to make mobile airtime and data available global to anyone interested, regardless of where you are located. So, be you on the sea, be you wherever you are, Dent is saying that they can locate you with a good mobile data. You can see this is their website, and they say, "Welcome to Dent Wireless, your new digital and global operator." Now, if we go deeper into the website, we see that they offer global calls, voice calls, global data sharing, and as well as you can trade their crypto and supply liquidity and in reward. Now, what they are saying here in nutshell is that as a global and a digital operator, they provide their customers the most convenient way of staying online while traveling, whether you're on air, whether you're on sea. Like they say, no more expense. Well, they talk about roaming. Let me talk about when you're in another country, when you are roaming, the fees are off. No more fees. I know how expensive roaming fees can be if you travel to the next country, especially when you are a tourist or something. Now, strong industry partners has actually joined the industry. Like I said, we have Samsung Blockchain, we have Telecom Infra, and others. Now, when we look deeper, I went to check the eSIM page, and this is what this eSIM talked about: no more long contracts, no more expensive roaming fees. That over 60, like they said, they have almost like 140 countries that are already using dent. So it's a wide world sim. It's a sim that takes you wherever you are with it. So now that we understand the services they offer, can we look at the price? Because as a trader, it is the price that I'm here for. So I am they also talked about providing liquidity for the dent, this thing, and getting reward. And they have dent swap, and they have dent exchanges, and all of that. When you want to swap, now you can swap your dent for other cryptocurrency. So now let's look at the price. Like I said, before I talk about this price, the strategy I'm going to use is Makaveli Traders. Is was developed by Bitcoin Gorilla. That is me. And if you want to trade with me, you can join Makaveli Traders and trade with me for a lifetime. Access is currently open, and you can come to Makaveli Traders and become one of those who will trade live with me. It's a one-time payment for a lifetime access. You're going to get access to student dashboard. When you log in, you're going to get access to resources, trading books, and you're going to get 3 months intensive training with me. But before we finish this video, I will show you the website. So first of all, let's break down dent. So if I come to dent, I want to first of all get what the topmost. Now this is weekly chart, so mind you, this is analysis is going to take patience. Weekly chart takes time to play out, so a minimum of 1 month is expected if you are waiting for result of this analysis to play out. So I've gotten my resistance. That's my all-time resistance, which also serve as my all-time support area. And this is my all-time support, which also serve as my all-time demand area. That's according to data, right? So I'm going to go ahead. Now, if you ask me what is these two lines, if you're new to trading, it's called support and resistance. Now, what is support and resistance? Support and resistance are areas on your chart that are not really visible to your eyes, but they do exist. Now, these are areas on your chart where price, when we're talking about resistance, we're talking about when price is going up and price could not go further up, got to a certain point, there's a pause, either a pause and the move continues to the upside, or a pause and there's a complete reversal. So in this situation down here, there's a pause and the move continues to the upside, but not the same thing happened here, right? There's a pause and the move instantly change direction and reverse. So support, resistance always break, always remember that. Now just the opposite of this resistance is called support. Now support are areas on your chart where price is going down. Now price must be going down. Remember, resistance, price must be going up. Support, price must be going down. So when price is falling and it gets to a certain level, example of such levels is this point, right? This point, this point, this point, this point. Price could not fall any longer. Like here, it has to either stall take a pause, go sideways for a while, continue the move, and sometimes it does not continue the moves. If if the demand in that area is high, it changes direction and reverses the trend. So the main thing about support is that it is demand area. It's areas where majority of people want to place their buy orders. So for that reason, it tends to reverse trend or cause a pause in the movement on the downside. So I am what I'm doing now is using these trend lines to get those such areas. Now, support and resistance are interchangeable. Always remember that, which means when price is moving to the upside, resistance can they do break. Always know that resistance do break and support do break. So I have gotten the resistance and support area, but obviously from my line, using a line is not good enough to actually show me exactly what is going to happen, because it means that at some certain point there are some certain part that a line cannot play a good part. A good part is this point. You can see it piercing through the line, and some point it actually even give a gap to the light. For that reason, Bitcoin Gorilla, I treat my support and resistance as an area, and that is when I'm going to bring in the boss strategy. So the boss strategy is going to help me treat my support and resistance as an area. Why? To avoid what is called stop loss hunt, right? So a lot of times you get yourself in a good trade and then get kicked out for nothing, and the price actually continue moving in the direction it kicked you out from. So to avoid such situation, I always treat it as an area. So when price is within that area, I know that chances of a reaction is high. But sometimes, even though it pierced through that area, I am patient enough to know that it is still within the buy range, or there's no clear breakout yet. It helps me prevent FOMO, and it also helps me control liquidations when I'm trading. So now that I've gotten such two area, um I want to also tell you that my box can contain more box. If you want to really learn about this box, please come to Makaveli Traders. I'm going to train you on how to use this box. This box comes with laws and trading strategy that help me successful. Now, if you don't know, my name Bitcoin Gorilla comes from the fact that I trade 125x. Now, this is the Makaveli Traders website. If you are interested in joining me to learn how to trade, please come to Makaveli Trader. You can see I'm a high leverage trader and I'm very open with my trade. I will train you 3 months intensive training. I have three types of membership. I have spot, futures, and staking, depending on the one your trading style is. When you come, I give you 3 months intensive training. After the training, you get to trade with me for the rest of my life. Now, it's not just with me. Everybody that I've ever trained is part of Makaveli Traders, right? So you're going to trade with pros, those who have been trading with me for years, right? These people will share their insight on the go, and we grow together. You're going to get access to trading books and a lot of goodies. So if you're interested in learning this strategy and improving on it, remember, is a one-time payment for a lifetime access. Don't get scammed. Once you are in, you are in. You become a Makaveli traders, and you get access to trade with me for a lifetime. I'm constantly growing and learning more about the crypto market. Remember, this market is still a baby, and I'm still learning. So as I'm learning this strategy, I'm improving on it, and you are improving with me. So come grow with me if you are interested. Access is still open, and access will be closing by 27th of January 2027. I have very limited access because classes start immediately by 24th. So if you are interested, the earlier you get in, the better. You don't want to hear that access has closed. You can see the time down is already counting. We have just few days to the closing access. So let's go back into Dent and let's finish breaking down this analysis. So I have drawn the box. This is what the box strategy looks like, and I will tell you, I will give you a brief explanation of how the box works. So this is the first box I drew is on weekly chart, right? This is the first box, and in that box, this is my demand area, and this is my supply area. This is all-time demand area and all-time supply area. Now within the same box, I can tell you this is the daily chart box. Now, though I draw it on the weekly, it is actually functioning for me as a daily chart box, of which this is the demand area and this is the supply area. And when I start explaining the chart, you will see how all this works. So now that I've gotten my box, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my trend line. Remember, this is pure price action. No indicator is used. All is trading. What? Just trend lines is what I'm using. the rectangular tool, and the trend line. So I've gotten my buyer's line, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get a seller's line. Now each time I'm trying to get a line, I need a minimum of 2 touches on those lines. So in this my case of my seller's line, this looks like, oh, this look more like a pennant, right? Now a pennant will take a minimum of a penal takes a minimum of 3 months, but this is longer than this. Is from March. This started from March to 2020, March 2021, and we're now in January 2022. So this is beyond the peanuts. A peanuts take a period of 3 months to conclude. This is more like a triangle, right? A triangle take a period of 6 months and above. In sometimes a triangle can last for a year, 3 years, and more, depending. Now, these are all sideways market patterns. So you can see that this market is stuck in some sort of sideways. You can see it. These are all sideways pattern, right? So for the sake of our triangle, the pattern that we found in this market is a triangle. So let's see. This is one, this is two, and this is one, this is two, and this is three. Now a triangle looks something like this, right? This is what a triangle looks like. So now we are waiting for a breakout, and it looks like we are already close to the pinnacle of the triangle. So are we going to get a breakout? Now according to my box strategy, we are in the range of the demand area. Now what this is telling me, that even though price is sitting, you can see that a very clear, if we go to daily charts, we find out that price has completely destroyed this buyer's line. Like they've broken the buyer's line, and there's something currently going on, like um a boost stop loss hunt, right? So all those who bought here and bought here and bought here and bought here are completely cleared by this candle here. And this candle, where is it returning to? Is obviously returning to my demand area. This is my demand area, mind you. This is my daily chart. This is my what demand area. So what does that tell me? It tells me one story. As far as my demand area is concerned, they are likely going to sit on it, if not enter into the zone. So price is telling me that yes, Dent is on a triple is placing a very triple hit on a support. I need to adjust that a little. This point need to be adjusted a little. Yeah. So even though it is hitting a triple point, it has not yet entered the demand zone, but it is sitting on it. Now, here is the thing about it. It has completely broken this line. So I need to draw this line well. I need to zoom in. Pay attention to every aspect of your chart. It will help you make a better interpretation. Good. I need to get that drawing because I need the lines touching. I drew it on weekly chart, but it wasn't so clear. Now that we're on daily, I am getting a better clearance here. So I can see that we have one, we have two, right? Now the thing about these two touches is that price is back on it. So where price is likely going to have two choices, of which can you can easily know what is going to play out. I see them clearing these guys. So this price could either move up like this, respecting the current buyer's line from this 0.002. If where they touch 0.00029, where they touch, if they are to respect this buyer's line, which is the daily buyer's line, because they've already had one and two, and so they are making their third touches, and obviously third touch is still a strong enough touch to give them a bounce. So if they insist, they could get a bounce like this, but I do see that bounce getting rejected around 0.0056 area, this range, right? From this 0.004948 to 56 area, this range is likely going to cause a rejection that's going to bring them down. Now this rejection has 2 points, right? It's either this rejection brings them down into the demand zone, because the goal these bears are rightly trying is to bring this buyers into the real demand zone, because price needs demand to rise. So this area has demand lying on it. That's why we are already getting a reaction each time they touch the demand area, they get a bounce. So what it tells me, that from here you want to like start adding little by little to your chart, right? But the most important in it, you want to have your stop loss around this zone. So these are all area of buying for me. I'm adding little by little, but here's what I see. That is The worst, that is if the bears are to play. But if the bulls demand really keep going on and they hold the current triple bottom, then they will likely attack what? Attack 0.009 to 0, this range. There will be a reaction. Just expect a reaction around 0.0076. Expect a reaction around 0.0056. And if first, before they get to this point, I'll come and update this chart. If you like my analysis,